Or you look at a lot of these other Middle Eastern countries, even going into parts of Africa, even parts of Asia, Eastern Europe, you'll have government religions, right, where the official religion of said country is Islam, or you have to be Muslim. And it's not even just like, this is the official religion, like, hey, the official language of the United States is English, but you can also speak other languages. You don't necessarily have to speak English, legally speaking. I do I do think it's kind of telling that you can have all of these other countries in the region that like will force you and like persecute you, persecute you, not prosecute you, for having different religious beliefs. Yet, Israel, they don't even make Judaism their national religion. You can be practicing any religion in Israel, and I think that's another stance from a morality perspective that we should take. It's one that we hold dear in this country, even though I think we have gotten away from separation of church and state. I do think that's something also maybe Charlie Kirk and I would disagree on, where I think he would be more of a proponent of a traditional Christian nationalist nation. I don't think we should have Christianity anywhere, involved in our politics. And I've heard him make comments about that the whole founding of America was based on the Bible, and I don't think that that's true in the slightest. Yes, there are some tie-ins, but again, not a hill that I would care to die on, so to speak. And I think there are far more important ideals than those that were of really more of a Protestant value framework, because really you got to think a lot of the founding fathers coming over from Great Britain or the UK were fleeing the Catholic Church, fleeing religion that was like not necessarily forced upon you, right? But at least publicly so, right? And a lot of founding fathers were either deist in a more like vague sense, like they didn't like prescribe to an organized religion, and there's some that weren't even deist whatsoever. So that's where I think, again, Charlie Kirk and I kind of diverge. I think as far as a morality perspective, he's amongst the greatest humans that have been, publicly outspoken of the last decade or so, at the very least. But at the same time, everyone has their faults in their thinking, and he was certainly no exception.